May Pen. Well, Mr. Alex Sibante, who is a FAO representative, I think he is going to be represented by Miss Danlin Swaby. Is that the case? Wonderful, wonderful, excellent. And we have Honorable, okay, so Edith Chin, Honorable Edith Chin has been represented by Shirley Holmes, Mrs. Lisa Shirley Holmes, or Holmes Shirley, Holmes Shirley. I'm just getting the things together while I'm up here. You understand? So bear with me. All right? And of course, later on in the program, we'll have Mr. Calvin Ways, who is the principal of the Heart NSTA Trust institution here. Ladies and gentlemen, officials from the FAO, directors and officials from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and Mining. I don't want to start calling names because there are so many of us, staff, members of staff, and other persons that are engaged with this beautiful campus here, the media, distinguished guests, other ladies and gentlemen, students. Perhaps you are the most important here today because you are the ones who are going to ensure that there is sustainability and resilience in all the things that we're talking about here today. I just want to welcome you all, a very warm welcome to you, and to go on to say it is with great pleasure that the ministry is doing this with the partners that we're working with, specifically and especially the FAO and its allied entities. The ministry since 2004 has been staging this World Food Day National Ceremony and Exposition, and it is coinciding with a number of other activities that are happening in other countries around the world, and of course in Rome at the head office. And that's one of the reasons why our permanent secretary and the minister, Honorable Floyd Green, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, is not here today. But nevertheless, I believe they may be tuned in somewhere online, listening to us and maybe passing on the sentiments while they're there. This year, World Food Day is being celebrated under a very crucial theme. And the theme is the right to food for a better life and a better future. Now, I know that I do not need to tell you that food is a necessity as much as it is a right. And it is not just a right for some. It is a right for everyone, everywhere, no matter where they are. Of course, this right to food is recognized by many, but it is our farmers, fishers. I cannot pause because I wanted to see how much faster Dr. Bellamy was going to be shaking his foot. Because a lot of the times we do these things and we don't remember the fishers. But they command how many billion again? About 35 billion in moving assets in the country, contributing how much to the GDP? 1.15% real GDP number, right? So they are very important. So we don't want to leave the fishers out of this. And the workers that toil in the field, everybody that are part of the system, you are important. But we like to call our farmers and our fishers our food heroes. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. We're not going to let that be lost on us at all. You will hear more about this throughout the program, but right now I would like to ask the representative of, so there's not a representative for His Worship the Mayor, but I'm going to ask the representative of Mr. Alexi Bonte, Ms. Danlin Swebe, to come and give us some remarks. Please make her welcome.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Honorable Franklin Whittle. Custos of Clarendon, the Honorable Edith Chin, represented by Ms. Lisa Holmes Shirley, Councillor Joel Brown, and the Director of Ebony Park, Mr. Calvin Ways. Ladies and gentlemen, or should I say, because it's World Food Day, food heroes, good morning. Good morning. Okay, that's more encouraging. Imagine a world where every meal on every table is not only nourishing, but a celebration of diversity, health, and sustainability. A world where no one goes hungry and every person has the right to access safe, nutritious, and affordable food. That is the future we're striving to create, and that is why we're here today. As we gather to celebrate World Food Day 2024 under the theme, what's the theme? Rights to food for a better life, and this is more than just a theme. It's a powerful call to action. It challenges us to reimagine our food systems so that people everywhere can enjoy the basic human right to healthy, diverse foods that sustain both body and community. This is our shared responsibility, and together we can make it a reality. This is a vision that FAO is committed to achieving, and one that we actively pursue in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining in Jamaica, as well as other national institutions that are represented here. Their leadership and collaboration are instrumental in advancing our shared goals for food security and sustainable development. In Jamaica, we are working together on multiple fronts to improve food systems and make this right our reality. FAO focus spans key areas such as enhancing market access along the hot pepper value chain, building resilient rural livelihoods, modernizing the agri-food system, and safeguarding the sustainability of livestock, mangrove systems, and more. All these projects are aimed at creating stronger, more inclusive food systems that benefit every Jamaican. As we continue this journey, the role of youth in agriculture becomes ever more crucial. So as we gather at Ebony Park Heart Academy, a leading institution in agricultural training, on behalf of Mr. Alexis Bonte, I'm reminding you of the energy, innovation, and passion that young people that I see before me bring to this sector. And in the words of the FAO Director General, Dr. Q Dong Yu, youth will design and decide the future of our food systems. And FAO remains committed to supporting your growth and development. We all need to play a role in building a future where everyone can enjoy the right to food by challenging inequalities, speaking up about hunger, and engaging decision makers, making healthy food choices, reducing food waste, and caring for our natural environment, and also making compassionate choices about our food actions. So together, we can build a future where everyone enjoys the right to food. Come with me now, you look on your programs and let's say the theme together. We can build a future where everyone enjoys the right to food, creating a better life and a better future for all. Thank you very much.
Short and spicy. Give her another round of applause, please. Yes, so I just want to use this opportunity to recognize Mr. Kent Coppell. He is sitting at the front there. He is country representative for the ICA. Please give him a round of applause. And I operate up here from the advantage or disadvantage. of having names of people that are in the audience that need to be recognized. So if you see ushers where a name needs to be up here, where we need to duly recognize people, let us do that. All right? But nevertheless, please count the protocols as they were delivered earlier as including you. All right? Thank you so very much. So we just want to thank you, FAO, for your hard work. You're implementing right now quite a number of programs in Jamaica across many different spheres. And I think it's something which one of these days we may have to do to sort of get some media exposure as to the broad range of activities that you are doing. And we also want to welcome Miss Janelle Tomlinson. No, I started to stumble over the name since yesterday because I've heard about Evans. It's a welcome name, but I was used to Janelle Tomlinson. So make her welcome. Please find a seat for her, please. Very good. So right now what we're going to do is to invite Mrs. Lisa Holmes Shirley to bring greetings on behalf of the Custis, followed by an item by the Ebony Park Heart Trust, our Heart NTA Trust. Yeah, that's it? Which one? Heart NSTA. I'm learning. Thank you. All right? Please make her welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Courtney Cole, Master of Ceremony, the Honorable Franklin Witter, MP, Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Ms. Dainlin Swaby, representing Mr. Alexis Bonte, Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations, Mr. Calvin Weiss, Director, Principal, Ebony Park Heart NSTA Trust, and of course, his team. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, students, trainees, good morning again. The Honorable Custis Edith Chin regrets she's unable to be in attendance this morning at the national ceremony and exhibition, exhibition in the rain. The privilege is mine to represent her and deliver her message. Today we gather for World Food Day 2024, an event observed in over 150 countries since its establishment by the Food and Agriculture Organization back in 1979. The theme, Rights to Food for a Better Life and a Better Future. It is a powerful reminder of the responsibility we all share in securing access to healthy, nutritious, and sustainable food for every person on the planet. As we come together here at the Ebony Park Heart NSTA Trust, I am particularly proud of the role this institution plays in advancing agriculture and food production right here in Clarendon. This is not just a celebration, ladies and gentlemen, but a call to action, a chance to reflect on the progress we have made as a nation and to look ahead at the work that still lies before us. Hunger remains one of the greatest challenges of our time. While the world's farmers produce enough food to feed the entire global population, some 733 million people still face hunger daily. Note that, 733 million people still face hunger daily. It is heartbreaking to know that so many of these individuals come from agricultural households, caught in a cycle of inequality, economic downturns, and climate crisis. These challenges reflect a widening gap both within and across nations, and it is up to us to take bold steps in closing the gap. This year's theme underscores the importance of diversity, not just in our communities, but in our fields, in our fishing nets, and in our markets. We need to make sure that safe, nutritious, and affordable food are accessible to everyone. Food is not one of the most one of the most basic human rights, and we must ensure that no one is left behind. As we continue to recover from Hurricane Beryl and other weather shocks, we are reminded of the vulnerability of our agri-food systems. These systems are not only affected by climate change, but contribute to environmental degradation. However, by transforming how we grow and distribute food, we have an opportunity to build a more resilient, inclusive, and sustainable future. We can reduce pollution, protect our biodiversity, and ensure that Jamaica's food systems are stronger than ever before. The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, has been at the forefront of this transformation. Today's national ceremony and shared is a testament to the power of partnership. We must continue to work together. Farmers, policymakers, businesses, and everyday citizens, food heroes, as was mentioned before, to ensure that Jamaica can feed its people, and in doing so, help feed the world. At the same time, we recognize the incredible opportunities within agro-processing. More and more locally sourced and sustainable produced foods are gaining attention. And there is tremendous potential in the export market. As the director of Juicy Beef, Mrs. Edith Chin, I have seen firsthand how agriculture and food production can drive both economic growth and cultural pride. Our goal must be to continue building a sustainable future for Jamaica's agriculture to shine on the world stage. As we look forward to a brighter future, let us remember that food is not just a commodity. It's life, it's culture, it's hope. Through innovation, collaboration, and empowerment, we can shape a future where every Jamaican has access to diverse, nutritious, and affordable diets, where our farmers and fishers thrive, and where our nation's rich agricultural heritage is preserved and promoted on the global stage. Let's work together. Everyone here in this room, let's work together through empowerment and collaboration in making a thriving future for Jamaica, land we love. Thank you.
Look, I was just going to wait for the Heart NSTA Trust, people to come up. But after such a presentation, with all of those key points that were hit by Mrs. Holmes Shirley, I tell you something, Costas must be very proud of you. I believe that whatever recording we have had of this, we should send it to Costas so she can see how well she was represented here today. And I'm asking you to give her a bigger round of applause. Thank you so very much. And so let's go on with the program. We will now ask the Archers and STA people to come for the item.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rajika Jeffrey, otherwise known as Chosen J, and I will be singing Because of You by Sherwin Gardiner. I would appreciate if you guys could clap while I sing, because evidently there's no music here. So, yeah. So this is how you're gonna clap. I sing because of you. I breathe because of you. Yeah. Everything because of you. Yeah. Everything because of you. Yeah. Sing because of you. Breathe because of you. Do everything because of you, yeah. I owe everything to you. Live because of you. Breathe because of you, yeah. Do everything because of you. I owe everything to you. They said I would die. They said I won't survive. You say I shall not die. You say I won't divide. They said I would die. Told me I won't survive. You say I shall not die. You say I will survive. They say I would die. They told me I won't survive. You say I shall not die. You say I will divide. Said I would die. They told me I won't survive. You say I shall not die. You say Lord divine. They told me I won't survive. They told me I won't survive. You say I will survive. They said I won't survive. They said I won't survive. Oh, they said I won't survive. They said I won't survive. Oh, they say I won't survive. You say I will survive.
Beautiful talent. And, you know, I have been thinking about, you know, getting into entertainment management. And I might just start with you. That was well done. Give her another round of applause. Yes. Wonderful. I mean, that has done something for the rain that is falling now too. You know, put a little warmth in the place. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay, now that was meant though, well, let me take the opportunity to welcome Mr. Alvin Murray. Nowadays he goes as a top class, top flight environmentalist. But he is one of the foremost agronomists in this country. Ask him anything about agriculture. I mean, he livestock too. Ask him and he can tell you the history and everything, the technical thing and everything, as well as Mrs. Diane Clark Harris from Cardi, country representative. Give her a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Yes, but I was hoping that I didn't have to break, because that song was meant to give Honorable Franklin Whittle the wind that he needs in his sails. to come up here. So I hope I have not done anything to daunt that minister, right? The wind is still there. So I'm now going to ask you to give Honorable Franklin Witter, Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, a rousing round of applause as he comes to the podium.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I too want to agree with you that that rendition a while ago would have inspired all of us. And I want us to put our hands together again. Miss Lisa Holmes Shirley, representing the Custos. Mr. Cole, our chairperson. I see Mr. Simpson just walked on the platform. We have Ms. Swaby representing the FAO, the principal of the institution here at Ebony Park, Mr. O'Shane Weekly. I see so many of the officials from the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. It will take me a day to single out everybody. Just want to acknowledge the members of the team from the ministry, members of staff here, or students, or community members, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. Morning. I'm very happy to be here today at this celebration and acknowledgement of World Food Day. I'm very pleased that we can come together in this fashion under the theme, Right to Food for a Better Life and a Better Future. The theme for this year's World Food Day underscores a very important issue, which is the right to food. There are a variety of issues that can affect an individual's right to food. One of the most notable is food insecurity, which from time to time can be exacerbated by changes in the weather pattern. As such, for there to be a right to food, there must be food security, which is a focus here at the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. In fact, it is one of the 4 strategic pillars of our new phase of food strategy, with the remaining pillars being agribusiness development, climate smart technology, and export expansion. These pillars, when combined, forms the acronym, as we call it, the new face of food. Under the pillar of food security, the government of Jamaica, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, has been working tremendously to ensure that Jamaica food security is assured. One of the ways this is being achieved is by the development of our research capability, as this is fundamental in growing our agriculture and fisheries sector. We have to spend a lot of resources and energy on research, because it is very important that as we go through the challenging time as it relates to climate change and global warming, that we do the necessary research, that we can make the necessary adjustment if we are going to ensure food security. The ministry have already made significant investment towards rehabilitating and developing our various research stations right across the country. Just a few months ago, we launched the Research Center Project, RCP Phase 2, which seeks to position our research centers as centers of excellence by addressing areas such as research and development infrastructure, research and development technologies, commercialization and industrial strengthening and capacity development. Beyond that, ladies and gentlemen, if we are to improve access to food and facilitate a better life and a better future, we must recognize the importance of developing our young people. Our educational institutions play a major role in achieving this. As such, I want to use this opportunity to commend the Ebony Park Heart NSTA Trust for its role in shaping our young people to become exceptional agriculturalists, agro-processors, extension officers, and the list goes on. With that in mind, I'm pleased to announce that as part of the new Face of Food initiative, the ministry will support this institution in establishing 100 acres of fruit trees, comprising 50 acres of ackee and 50 acres of mangoes. And you know that the demand for ackee worldwide is tremendous. And we want to see Jamaica reach the point where we are able to satisfy the international demand for that product. To enhance the educational experience, each crop will be planted using 2 distinct planting distances. Additionally, all fields will be equipped with a comprehensive irrigation system, including a fertigation system to ensure optimal water and nutrient management. Also, intercropping of vegetables will be practiced in all fields so that we'll be able to produce crops that can also help to provide food for the institution here. Please note that the ministry will provide the following free of cost to the school: all the fruit trees, all seeds that are required, irrigation hoses and accessories, assistance with land preparation, technical advice and training. All these will be provided free of cost to this institution right here. Youth involvement in agriculture cannot be overemphasized and must remain in sharp view of any government that wants to achieve in its agricultural sector. It is therefore imperative that we provide the support necessary to facilitate their involvement As such, the ministry has a strict focus on youth in agriculture. In fact, 20% of whatever we do involve our youth. There is also the Jamaica 4-H clubs, which is the youth arm of the ministry that strives to empower our youth to achieve agricultural excellence. Additionally, our various agencies have youth-focused programs, typically involving programs that see collaboration between our agencies and educational institutions. What does this look like? The Jamaica Dairy Development Board, JDDB, has its Agricultural Educational Institution AEI development program, which seeks to boost dairy production and expand the teaching of dairy management and production. The Ebony Park Heart NSTA Trust is a beneficiary of this program, having received support and items such as molasses, fence posts for pastures, Mombasa grass seeds, dairy milk booster, concentrate bag feed, bulldozer services for land clearance and technical assistance. Through the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, we have recently conducted a training session on post-harvest management. The entity also provides internship opportunities that enable students to gain hands-on experience in water management and livestock. Currently, the ministry, through critical agencies such as the Agro Investment Corporation, the National Irrigation Commission, and the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, is executing 2 projects that will drive agricultural growth in this country and enhance food security and create sustainable livelihoods within our communities. These projects are the Essex Valley Agricultural Development Project and the Southern Plain Agricultural Development Project. A major element of these projects is an MOU between the ministry and Ebony Park Heart NSTA Trust, which will focus on equipping the workforce with the skills needed to support these projects. Through its various training programs, Heart Trust NTA will offer specialized agricultural and technical training, ensuring that the local farmers, technicians, and entrepreneurs are fully prepared to engage in the modern agricultural practices required for these projects to succeed. On the fisheries side of things, there is the promoting of community-based climate resilience in the fisheries sector project, funded by the Climate Investment Fund and World Bank, $4.87 million project. Under this project, 3 ponds at the Ebony Park Heart NSTA Trust were renovated to train young persons and farmers who are involved in tilapia production as a way of revitalizing freshwater fish farming in Jamaica. As you know, the freshwater fish project was on the decline, but I've seen now we're under the leadership of Dr. Bellamy, who is here with us, that we have seen great improvement, and we will continue to do likewise to support the fishing sector. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry recognizes the importance of our youth and the institutions that train them to the agricultural and fisheries sector. However, there is another key area of focus for us at the ministry, that is climate resilience. As you know, July 3, earlier this year, we would have been battered by Hurricane Beryl, which would have created a lot of dislocation in the fishing and agricultural sector. Unfortunately, our greenhouse farmers, especially in St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon, were particularly affected based on the assessment conducted by RADA. Our greenhouses are critical infrastructures as they play a major role in safeguarding crops from extreme weather, extending growing seasons, and improving the quality of yield. Therefore, it is important that we move quickly to provide our greenhouse farmers with the assistance to get them back into production as soon as possible. The approach being taken to help our farmers restore and enhance greenhouse infrastructure damage by the hurricane includes: 1, conducting comprehensive evaluation of existing greenhouse structures to assess the damage caused by the hurricane. This includes an analysis of the structural integrity of farmers' and their irrigation systems. 2, we will prioritize our assistance to farmers with significant damage and those who are heavily dependent on greenhouse farming. Production and distribution of greenhouse materials, which include UV-treated plastic, antiviral mesh, shade netting, locking profiles, and wedge wire. These are some of the things that we'll provide to our greenhouse farmers so that they can reorganize and get back into full production. The government has allocated $165 million to provide support to our greenhouse farmers. Phase 1 of the support will include the parishes of St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Westmoreland, St. Anne, St. Mary, St. Andrew, Hanover, and Clarendon. And this will benefit over 180 greenhouse farmers. Today we will be having a symbolic handing over of greenhouse materials to some of our farmers. This is just one aspect of the support we will be providing to our farmers. Beyond that, we remain committed to building our resilience to climate and weather-related shocks. We are in the process of developing a national agricultural development plan that will address a myriad of challenges, including severe climate and weather-related challenges. In closing, allow me to wish you all a happy World Food Day. Let me assure you that this government will continue to work to ensure that every Jamaican is able to have adequate access to food, facilitating a better life and a better future for all of us. This will be achieved through our new Face of Food strategy, continued investment in our youth, and continued investment in our farmers and fishers. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Minister, for your words, inspiring words. Now, I call my 2 ministers. I like to say my, but it's everybody's ministers. I call them to the hard way. Because as good as you see Bellamy look there, Dr. Bellamy, you know, like he's rested, he's not. They keep us on our toes. They keep churning out the programs. And if you listen to Minister, they don't just talk the talk. They walk the walk. And Mr. Simpson, as I say, Minister, Don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. What I want you to do is to come up here and help us to hand out some of these greenhouse equipment for the persons that you have on the list there. You're going to come call them up and then we do the handout. All right? Thank you.
Good afternoon. That sounds like a radio one. Good afternoon. It's getting warmer. Good afternoon. Yeah, that sounds like it. It's a minute to midday. Fix your watch. Let me just recognize my minister and all the other officials on the platform, my sister agencies, students, farmers in the house. I wish you a great day. As the minister stated before, rather, right after burial, in association or in guidance with the ministry, went out there and did assessment to see where the greatest assistance was needed. And so we found that there was a devastation with the greenhouses. And as such, we did the assessment, did some procurement to the tune of $165 million and identified the parishes most devastated and the farmers, some 180 farmers. And so at this time, I am charged with the responsibility to do a symbolic handing over to farmers spread across the parishes named St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Westmoreland, St. Anne, St. Mary, St. Andrew, Nova, and Ouse Parish, Clarendon. So at this time, I call Mr. Nigel Benjamin and Mr. Damien Benjamin, Mr. Mark Mungal, Shanique Ormsby, Xavier Latti, and Denmark McKay. Please join me at the front here. No, come this side. Please join me at the front here while we'll do the symbolic handing over. 5 persons, I see 3 so far. They're here? Huh? They have any representatives? All right. These farmers will be fitted with UV treated plastics, antiviral mesh and shade mesh, locking profile, and wiggle wires. These will help them to rehabilitate their greenhouses and to get back into production as quick as possible. We know the Christmas seasons are right around the corner, and we can't afford to be out of vegetables. And so these recipients, although they have started and have done some things for themselves, the government found it prudent to give the additional assistance. A round of applause for the recipients. Farmers, we wish you well and we wish you success as you continue to produce. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Simpson and Minister, and congratulations to the persons who received the items. And as you said, that was symbolic, but they will receive other items outside of this forum. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the penultimate item on our agenda, which is voter thanks and then closing. So we will now invite Mr. Ways, principal, is it principal, to come and give us a voter thanks. Is he here?
To our Minister, State Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, the Honorable Franklin Witter, Miss Daylin Swaby, representing the FAO, Mrs. Lisa Holmes Shirley, representative for the Custos of Clarendon, the Honorable Edith Chin, our chairperson, specially invited guests, representatives from the various ministries within the Ministry of Agriculture, agencies within the Ministry of Agriculture, other representatives, students, farmers. Good morning. I hope we are still at morning. And it is good to be at Ebony Park when it is raining, because you are not able to leave until the rain ends. And so I believe that this World Food Day, the rain fell for a reason, to keep us here a little bit longer. It is with immense gratitude and deep respect that I stand here today, tasked with delivering this vote of thanks at what has been and continues to be, and we are sure that even with the rain, it will turn out to be a profoundly enlightening and inspiring World Food Day under the theme, Rights to Food for a Better Life and a Better Future. This theme resonates deeply with all of us gathered here, as it touches one of the most critical aspects of human dignity and global responsibility, which is the fundamental right to food. First and foremost, I want to extend thanks to our distinguished guests and partners, farmers, students, who have taken time out of your busy schedule to lend your voices to the discussion surrounding food and food security. Your presence signifies your unwavering commitment to ensuring that food security, nutrition, and sustainability are at the forefront of national dialogue. More specifically, I must say thanks to Ms. Daylin Swaby, who represented Mr. Alexis Bonte and the FAO. Thank you for taking us to the imagination where food of the highest quality is readily available to all. We know that the work that is done by the FAO seeks to move us from imagination and take us to reality. I must also express profound gratitude to Mrs. Lisa Holmes Shirley, who so ably represented the Custos of Clarendon, the Honorable Edith Chin. As you expressed, the food sector from time to time will be affected by external forces. However, each setback provides a unique opportunity for us to be creative and develop resilience, thus ensuring sustainability. Thank you both. Thanks to Ms. Rojika Jeffrey, who sang and changed the atmosphere and reminded us that despite what happens, we definitely can and will survive. A special thank you to our keynote speaker, the Honorable Franklin Witter, whose insights were both encouraging and action-oriented. Your words, sir, have not only challenged our perceptions, but also inspired us to think boldly and to act decisively in our respective fields. You have shared with us and supported a clearer understanding of the intricate balance between agricultural advancement, climate change resilience, and the policies needed to secure the right to food for all. As you have outlined, we all have a role to play in this, the new face of food. I must immensely, as the Director Principal of this institution, thank the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining for its commitment to fostering and ensuring food security through the provision of support to establish a 100-acre fruit tree orchard here at the Ebony Park Academy. This is not all, as the ministry continues to provide support in the institution's dairy production and aquaculture production units. I want to use this opportunity to say to the Minister and the representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining that we are open to hosting World Food Day 2025. We are equally grateful to our students whose vibrant engagement and participation is a testament to the commitment of young people to the new face of food and food security. Your enthusiasm, attentiveness, and commitment assure us that the baton of leadership within the agricultural sector will be passed to capable hands. Finally, thank you to our chairperson, Mr. Courtney Cole, CTD Courtney Cole, for so smoothly navigating us through today's ceremony. We truly appreciate the ease which you took us through. Lastly, to each attendee here today, thank you. Your engagement, attentiveness, and willingness to be part of this critical conversation gives us hope that the message of this year's World Food Day will be carried far and wide. Together, we are not just participants in an event, but advocates for change, champions of equity, and defenders of the basic human right to food. As we leave the auditorium, which is going to take us some time because the rain is still falling, let us remember that the right to food is more than just a concept. It is a fundamental human right that we must all actively work to uphold. Let us continue to strive for a world where every individual has access to nutritious and sustainable food, paving the way for a better life and a better future for all. Happy World Foods Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ways. I think he has a future also in, I don't want to use that P word, but public speaking. Yeah, let me say it that way. All right, so I think the rain is kind of easing up as we are coming to the close. So I believe you're still going to be able to enjoy, you know, some of the things that we have on display out there, including the delicacies, the food, because I saw people eating jerk chicken from this morning and jerk fish and all those things, right? So though we may have a little sogginess in the lawns, well, I don't know if you allow people to walk across the lawns. When we were at college, you could walk across the lawns at college. But nevertheless, some of the walkways are, you know, covered, and there are refreshments at the canteen. I think it's at the far end of the building that is on that side. So we are going to come to a close now. We wanted to do a tree planting event, but I believe we may have to, are we going to, Winston? We may have to postpone that because of the rain? What do you think? All right, Minister is saying that we may have to postpone that because of the rain. So ladies and gentlemen, the vote of thanks has already been gone through, so I don't need to do any further thanks, except to say thanks to this setup here, the people who run this facility, principal and everybody, for allowing us to come inside here and spread out and feel comfortable. All right? And we look forward. I know that there are many venues competing for this event, but we really want to come back here next year. It was very good. Thank you very much, everybody. Take good care. Drive carefully. Walk good.
Yeah, man, lazy body and lazy boy in the world. That's why they make another wrong concern. Hey, yeah. Look at your bike spice up to them, so go on to the dirt and down this mama.